Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, episode 62. Tonight, we're talking reactions to the Animal Crossing New Horizons final update, Mario Party Superstars, Wind Waker, and Nintendo financials. All of that and more. I am Andros, and I am joined by my fellow Nintendo pal and co-host, Micah.
Yep.
And together, we make up the Nintendo Pals. For those that are new here, Nintendo Pals is a podcast where we talk about what we're playing, Nintendo news, rumors, and community-submitted questions and topics. And we got a lot to talk about today. But before we do, Micah, how the heck are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good as well. Very good, actually. There's actually a ton happening in the world of Nintendo this week, but on the personal side of things, I think it's going great. Yeah, life is good. My kids are very into games lately. They're very into Nintendo stuff lately, which is fun, but I also starting to get a little concerned with the amount of time where they're wanting to spend on that. And, you start to look around and go like, why do we have all these toys? They're not playing with any of these toys they've got. But
With all my toys that I got.
they're playing with my toys, yeah. No, but they are just having a blast playing through a lot. It's a lot of like active games because they really like the Wii U. They are loving playing games on the Wii U. Just Dance. Some pulled out Wii Fit today. We really wanted to play Wii Fit. So yeah. There's quite a bit you can do on the fitness side of things. I'm actually kind of thinking of trying to do a like stream series where I do a daily workout, but I play a different game every day. That's like a fitness game. I think that would be fun to do on a week where maybe I am off work or something. Yeah. Oh, but speaking of streaming, you did your first stream this week.
I did, playing one of the most okay games ever made.
Nice.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, man. How was the stream experience? Minus your opinion on the game, I guess, because nobody wants to hear that.
It's a little hard to judge because I was being pulled down so hard by the game I was playing. But overall, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it went pretty well. We had a pretty active chat as well, which was a lot of fun. There's been a lot of new people discovering our streams through like the games we're playing, as well as just search results, which is very cool. And that is all thanks to you, listeners of this show, that have listened to the show, first off, because that does move us up. But if you want to go above and beyond just listening, if you want to be a hero, a flippin' hero, a Nintendo Pal legend, then you could be like some of these fine folks who have left us a 5-star review. Micah, you want to give us those shout-outs to 5-star review from Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, we got a review from Knock Please, and it's titled Official IGN Review. 7.8 out of 10. Too much Metroid.
But it was a 5-star, even though it was 7.8 out of 10.
The 7.8 out of 10 rounds up to 5 stars. So.
Right. Knock, please. Thank you so much for the 5-star review and for being here listening to the show. And we also got a review on Audible. I had no idea until this week that you can leave 5-star reviews on Audible. So another spot that you could leave a 5-star review. We've got Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and now Audible. And this one comes from Maggie. And 5 stars, you can leave like 5-star. You can leave a rating for overall performance and story. And we got 5 stars for all. Great podcast, very informative, and the hosts are super funny together. Also, a fun community to join. Whoa! Thank you for that 5-star, that triple 5-star review. So, hop on over to Audible if you haven't already, and leave us a 5-star review. And speaking of a fun community to join, hop into our Discord. Links to that are in the description below. We've had a lot of new people joining up on Discord, and I guess what can I say? It's super fun hanging out over there, talking all sorts of things. We talk Plock, we talk game news.
How Wind Waker is the best Legend of Zelda game.
Halloween candy preferences. I'm trying to think like something that happened in there recently. We were talking about some like classic SNES games, and I discovered a new game that the name escapes me at the at this moment that I want to check out. It's I can pull it up very fast here. Super Putty. It looks very Plock-like, so I'll have to check that one out. Yeah, we have. I mean, if you're looking for a family-friendly place to hang out and chat on things Nintendo, our Discord's probably the best place on the internet to do that.
Oh, definitely.
But there are other places that we hang out on the internet that maybe aren't as positive from everybody else, but from us, it's positive. It's awesome. So follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram, and yeah, just immerse yourself in all that is Nintendo Pals, because we got a lot. We got a lot. Like, I've done so much self-promoting today. I don't usually do this much at the start of the episode, but I just got on a roll, and I just went with it, you know? So what do you say we jump into the first segment of our show, and we talk what you playing? Micah, what have you been playing lately?
I haven't been playing too much lately. But I was kind of forced to play some more Ocarina of Time. And once again, I was drawn to the fact that you cannot skip dialogue, except in some rare situations. And it doesn't have sweet camera control like Wind Waker does, which then kind of disappeared from the game series for a couple more games, maybe just one more, before coming back.
No, it disappeared for like.
Wasn't it Twilight
Princess,
Skyward Sword. Is there another one I'm forgetting?
No, that's right. Well, there were games in between, but those are not 3D.
Yeah,
those are.
I got confused a little bit because Skyward Sword originally didn't have the camera controls, but in the remaster,
yeah,
HD it does,
and it's very nice. Yeah. Wind Waker has some cool stuff in it. I'll talk about it when it's my turn.
Play a little more Pokemon Unite. I gotta finish gathering a bunch of pumpkins for their Halloween event so that I can unlock Greedent, which is their newest Pokemon. It's like a squirrel, chipmunk thing.
Oh, you said Pokemon Unite, but I heard Fortnite because it ended in night, and I was like,
they're adding Pokemon?
I was like, are you confused there, buddy? Like, especially they added Greedy, and I was like, should I know what that is? Oh man, I don't know that Pokemon.
Behind the
Is
times.
he from the newest? That's from the newest generation, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, he's from one of the newer ones. I didn't know about him until this moment of Pokemon Unite.
I know my Pokemon pretty well. I played up till Sun and Moon, but I didn't play the latest one, so maybe it's from.
I hate facing him so much. He has some move where he just becomes real fast and is unstoppable, so you can't like stun him or slow him. And he just runs around doing whatever he wants, belching at you. And it's the worst. So I'm kind of excited to unlock him and ruin some other people's days.
That's pretty great.
Just trying to think, and I think we played. That was probably this last week. Me and you played a little more Fortnite
Yeah.
for the first time in like forever playing together. And
Yeah, it was pretty
none of
fun.
our matches ended all that well,
We got second
but they
place
all
once.
had good moments in them.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't feel as unfair as they were for the last several seasons.
Yeah, we weren't just getting dumped on by people. We mostly ended up getting like third partied, it seemed like,
Yeah, for sure.
or there were close matches. But yeah, it seemed like the last few months before that were just like coming against people that would just absolutely destroy us.
Nice. Wait, you also got a new
I was
game.
gonna say, yeah, Jump King, and I'm not gonna say the full name because I don't remember, but it involves tactics and there being a hot babe at the top.
Tactical jumping adventure Jump King. There's a hot babe at the top. I think it's the full title.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if there's a smoking hot babe at the
There's a
top or if
smoking
it's
hot
just a
babe at the
hot.
top. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's fun, but also the worst at times because you have to like do these very precise jumps, and sometimes if you miss them, you fall down very far and have to jump back up to where you were.
Yeah, there's it's kind of artistically styled, kind of looks like Shovel Knight. The
Yeah,
character is very knightly.
it's kind of like a jumping sprite version of whatever that game is with the sledgehammer and you're in a giant cauldron. I
Getting
don't
over
remember the
it.
name of it.
Getting over it.
Getting over it. It's giving me those kinds of vibes.
Yeah. It's definitely a climb as high as you can, and then when you fall all the way back to the bottom kind of deal.
Yeah.
But it's on the Switch.
But
It
I've
was
been
on sale for only $6. So both you and I picked it up, but I have not tried it yet. I wanted to give it my first crack on stream.
yeah, I've
Take my
been
first swing at it.
enjoying it about 50% of the time, I'd say.
Sounds like our kind of game.
Yeah, I think it will be an entertaining game to see you stream.
Nice. Okay. All right. So for me, I have not gotten a chance to try that one out yet, but it is waiting. It is ready for me. So instead, I played some Animal Crossing, preparing for the new DLC, but I did not finish getting everything done in time for the new DLC. So I have yet to really dive into that. So you're going to be doing all the talking on that. Actually,
Yes, let's say I forgot to mention I also played some Animal Crossing.
so yeah, you did that. You did that on stream because it happened to drop a little early. So I guess what are your thoughts on it? Having played it and sat on it for a day or two. Was this yesterday that we did this? I can't remember.
It's 2 days ago,
2 days ago.
I
Okay.
think. But I mean, I haven't tried out like the accent walls or like hanging things from my house, so I'm not very creative like that. So you'll need someone else to tell you how cool that is. But from what I've seen of other people, it seems very cool. I mostly just took a boat ride by Captain and really enjoyed his singing on the way. And you can clap along to the song if you want. So that was pretty great.
That
Um,
is a pretty great. That's a pretty great feature. You
on
did
the
some stretching.
islands.
You did some stretching. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I did stretching, but I didn't want to have to get my Joy Cons because they're like 4 feet away. So I just did it with my Pro controller, which
Not very cool.
it was. Yeah, it was. They went through pretty quick, and there were a lot of like buttons they were telling me to hit. It was
No,
very
like the
confusing.
feature's cool, but you were not very cool because you didn't use motion controls. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I was just going along with that and saying with the the Pro controller, it's kind of confusing with all these buttons you're supposed to be hitting.
Mm,
I
yeah,
think if you have the Joy-Con, you just stretch with them.
yeah. On Discord, I think it was K9 Cantina said that it's more involved than you'd think, than you would assume for what
You
it
might you
is
might need to do a little bit of stretching before the
before the
Animal
stretching.
Crossing stretching, so you don't hurt yourself.
Nice.
But yeah,
And you
I
found
checked
Brewster
out.
as well.
I did. I went to a Captain Island, and Brewster was there. Well, first I actually had to talk to Blathers at the museum.
Hmm. Hmm.
He gave me a picture of Brewster and essentially told me to invite him to the island. Um, but yeah, so far on the Captain Island, it seemed, I don't know if I got kind of a lame one, I guess, but it seemed kind of similar to all the other islands you can visit. The only difference I noticed so far is I found a gyroid fragment, which those are very cool. And there were quite a few money trees. So I got a little bit of money from that, but nothing too mind blowing yet.
Give it some more time. Uh, yeah. So on my Animal Crossing island, I just unlocked the finishing the build for the museum and the town hall. So next time I log in, those should both be done.
Okay.
It was like you need to wait a day, and so that should have been 2 days ago that day was up, and then I didn't get a chance to play yesterday, so we'll probably play some.
Next time I log in, Brewster should be in my newly remodeled museum, I think.
Nice. Yeah, they have to shut down the museum for a day as well. So, I guess PSA for anybody listening: make sure you talk to Blathers before going on a Cap'n tour, because you can only do one Cap'n tour a day, and you need to talk to Blathers to get the side quest to get Brewster. Yep. Uh,
Yep.
Besides that, what did I play, Micah? I played a lot of Mario Party Superstars. And by a lot, I mean I played a 30 round game on stream with our friends over from the All N podcast. And then actually the next day we played it again, but this time doing a 10 round, which is the shortest you could go. So we did the
That
longest
that
game and the shortest game.
that first game might be the greatest game of Mario Party I've ever seen, though.
It's a roller coaster. It's very long. How long was that? It was like 3 hours.
Probably like 3 hours and something.
Yeah, ugh. It's 30 rounds is a long time. It is very fun, but kind of gross how long it takes. But the game the game's online works phenomenally. So, if you played Super Mario Party and you've tried out the online on Super Mario Party, let me just tell you, this is like several classes above Super Mario Party's online in that it saves the state of the game round to round. So, if for whatever reason, we had this happen once in the 30 round game, like at the very beginning, I got booted out of the match. And so our buddy Seth started started the game back up, and I was able to join in, and we were able to pick right back up where we left off. That's really nice. So you can play longer games if you only have
Not be concerned.
yeah, if you only have like 20 minutes to play with your friends, and then you go, okay, well, we'll just save this and we'll play again later. So there's that. You can play online with randos. I have not tried that yet, but the online that I've played with others, and I've watched some streams of online as well, and it's been flawless. Like there's almost no lag at any point, even during the mini games. And if someone gets booted out for whatever reason, they're just replaced with the CPU, and it's seamless. Like everything about it works so well. you'd be shocked. You're like, am I playing a Mario Party game online? Yes, I am.
Am I playing a Nintendo game online that is running well?
It's yeah. There you go. That's where all that NSO money's going. Super Mario or Mario Party Superstars. The mini games are great. The boards are pretty good. I can say that I think that it is a fantastic Mario Party game. Potentially the best Mario Party I've played. Potentially, yeah. I like Super Mario Party. I like a lot of the things it did, but it does have some shortcomings, and I think this one makes up where those shortcomings were. But at the same time, doesn't have as much innovation in it because it is all just classic stuff.
It's the
So
original.
potentially not as newcomer friendly as Super Mario Party. Potentially.
Until they add in that River Rapids, then it's like the perfect
Yeah, River Rapids is
Mario
really
Party.
is a really nice extra mode. I would love to have some extra modes in this Mario Party, but there really isn't too much. There's Mount mini games, but it's not that cool of a mode, I'd say. It's fine. It does give more to do, but it's mostly just mini game gauntlets. Yeah, I have been playing a lot of that, really enjoying it. Another complaint I might have is the roster is very small, and it does feel very limited to only have 5 boards. So here's hoping that it gets some DLC, but I'm not gonna hold my breath because there's never been DLC for Mario Party ever, except for Super Mario Party, which got
I mean, in
online.
2 years, I think they'll shadow drop some more DLC.
Yeah, it just feels like there should be more boards than there is, but I don't know. I guess the turnaround time and development from the last Mario Party to this Mario Party was pretty quick. So maybe they decided to, for sake of speed, do a smaller boards or smaller board amount and a smaller roster.
Who knows? Maybe they'll go the route of Splatoon and give some free updates.
Here's hoping. Yeah. Besides that, this week, from the exact same. So, what. I guess we should explain what happened here, Micah. We have a Twitch channel. For those listening to the podcast live, you're on it. Hey, welcome. For those listening to the podcast and post, our Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Nintendo_pals. And we decided to do a challenge. If we were able to beat out the channel Nintendo_PlayStation, who was coming up first in search results for our name, then we would each play there's the Zelda game that the Zelda games that we argue over in almost every episode. Not argue, I'd say argue from Micah's end, and mostly just put up with from my end.
Mostly just accept that I'm right on your end.
Yeah, see what
but
this is?
You're too proud to admit it.
Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time. So I promised I'd play Wind Waker, and Micah promised he would play Ocarina of Time. And we did it, guys. We have passed Nintendo_PlayStation, and we need your help to keep on climbing. I think our next milestone we're gonna shoot for is 200. So we are currently at 133 followers on Twitch. So please, if you're listening to this, come on over and give us a follow. I know Twitch is not exactly newcomer friendly to non-Twitch users. So if you really don't want to try out Twitch, I know a site that is much more user-friendly, and that is YouTube. So go subscribe to us on YouTube. But if we could hit that 200 on Twitch, we're going to do something else big and exciting. We'll need your help to determine what that is. I think we're going to post on Discord asking what we should do for our 200th follow on Twitch. What kind of special stream? Anyways, that I streamed Wind Waker for the first time, and wow, that game sucks. No, I'm just kidding. That game is
You
so fun.
wish. You wish.
I am really enjoying it. Actually, Wind Waker HD on the Wii U is super fun. I had to get you a little bit there with that. You weren't expecting me to say that.
No, because I didn't think you were a liar.
I'm a
At
trickster.
least not on the podcast.
Oh, what?
But
Are you
I'm
implying
pretty
that
sure
I lied to you a lot
after he,
off the podcast?
that's exactly what I'm implying.
What? Okay.
After he finished streaming, though, he did tell me that Wind Waker was definitely better than Ocarina of Time.
Oh, so you're the liar on the podcast, is
I don't
what you're
think so.
trying to say.
Definitely telling the truth here.
Uh-huh. I'm not going to say it's better than Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time will always hold a special place in my heart as the best Zelda game.
Only for
ever.
nostalgia reasons.
I'll say nostalgia plays a part into it. I'm not above that. Nostalgia's
So would
power.
you say objectively, Wind Waker is better than Ocarina of Time?
Objectively, it's better? I don't know about that. But
Yeah.
Wind Waker is very good. I made it to, through the second dungeon? Because I guess the Forsaken Fortress, the first go, is the first dungeon.
Yeah, yeah,
I
stealth dungeon.
beat the boss that's like a big crab monster. And man, I'm glad Micah was there on a Discord call with me, helping me through the game. And I'm glad he was there, because there were a lot of times where I definitely would have struggled if he didn't give me some tips and hints. So we also had some awesome people in chat helping out as well. It was a lot of fun. I definitely will be continuing my playthrough of Wind Waker. It just holds up graphically, looks so good in HD.
Controls are still good.
The Wii
You
U
can skip
gamepad
most
has some
dialogue.
Yeah, the Wii U gamepad has some neat features. I think it's built very well for the Wii U. Please bring it to Switch. Just do it. More people need to play it. That's for sure. I mean, a lot of people have played Wind Waker, but if you're like me and you missed out on the GameCube, and you're like most of the world and you missed out on the Wii U, then you haven't got to play it.
Yes, I feel like most people, if they're going to play Wind Waker, have already played it.
I don't know.
Or they haven't been born yet, essentially. They weren't alive in the time of Wind Waker.
I think it could be marketed in such a way to bring brand new players to it, because graphically it still just looks that good. They could release that game today and no one would like bat an eye at it. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, this is a new Zelda style they're going with." And that's cool. That's why they went back to cell shading for Skyward Sword and then Breath of the Wild, because that like slight cartoony look just holds up a lot better.
Yeah.
Than like Twilight Princess, which maybe graphically hasn't aged that well, but I also haven't played the HD version of that, so maybe that one looks pretty good too.
Or Ocarina of Time, where essentially all your body parts could be used as swords. But to be fair, you're pretty pointy.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Polygonal. I was like, what are you talking about? Well, my God, I want to talk about another game I've been playing. And that is Pikmin Bloom. I am sucked into Pikmin Bloom. I'm liking it a lot. It's very fun. I have a confession for you, though. Found out.
Did you shake it to get your steps in?
Worse. Found out I was accidentally cheating.
Accidentally cheating.
On Android devices, it uses the Google Fitness app to count steps. And my wife and I were using the same Google account.
Wow.
So it was.
Bunch of cheaters.
It was counting. It's been counting both of our steps towards each other's towards each other's daily totals. And here I was just like, man, how did I get 7,000 steps today? I work a desk job. I haven't gone anywhere. Oh well. Yeah,
Well,
we figured it out
what we need to do is just get every single Android user in the world to
on
use
one.
the same
There we
Google
go.
I forgot what it was called. Whatever it's
Google Fitness.
fitness,
Yeah.
Google Fitness. That way you're
It's
just getting like millions of steps an hour.
Yeah, so if you want to join our community Pikmin Bloom character use, well, no, it's tied to your character. So she still has all of her Pikmin and all her characters separate, but the steps are going up for both of us, and she's
Yeah,
doing
I mean,
most of the
that's
work. Let
the
me make
best
that
of
clear
both
because I have
worlds.
the desk job. Yeah, it's so that's pretty funny. But I've really been enjoying the game. We have learned that the game is like fully, well, we haven't gotten past this, so maybe there's more, but more unlocks at level 10 and then at level 15. So level 15 you can start to send your Pikmin out on like raids of sorts to attack mushrooms and bring back mushroom materials for you. I am assuming it's just more nectar, but I'm not 100% sure on that because I haven't quite hit that level, but my wife has. You also unlock purple Pikmin at a certain point, and I know that there are rock Pikmin and white Pikmin in the game, but I don't know at what point they get unlocked. But
I
here's
think there's
my
also those like pink flying Pikmin.
oh yes, yep. So there's a couple more types left to go. My thing here is that they introduce stuff a little too slow. Uh, the fact that it takes to level 15 to unlock these like raid type deals, that's too long. Most people are gonna give this game like a couple days and then be like, okay, well this isn't very exciting. There's not a lot to this. So I feel like that should come a lot sooner than it does.
Yeah.
The first 15 levels should not be a tutorial. I think maybe the first 5, maybe 10.
Yeah. Or it'd be nice if it kind of hinted towards it so you know
That you're gonna
that
get more
there's more
stuff.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing telling you that. And then there's these flower zones. Again, I've mentioned this last week. The radius on those is just way too small. They need to make those bigger, especially since the goal is to walk around those in these areas. There's
You're
like
just
half of
walking around these like 30-foot circles.
yes, that they're not big enough. Nobody does walks in tiny circles like that without looking like a weirdo. Maybe that's their whole goal. That's the goal with Pokemon Go. I mean,
It's
you saw
it's
when
so
that was
people know you're playing Pikmin Bloom.
when
When you
that
see
was
someone walking in like a figure eight,
when Pokemon Go was at the top of its height. You'd see just people like wandering around like in grass
I saw some guy
areas.
just
Like
like walk into some real tall grass. That was my favorite Pokemon Go moment. They're like walking and they seem to like look around a little bit and then just it was like 8-foot tall grass and like bushes and then they just like pushed their way in and disappeared. I was like, what? I mean, I can't guarantee they're playing Pokemon Go, but I'm pretty sure they were.
it's yeah. I saw people going into bushes in front of churches and stuff. Like people were definitely going all out for Pokemon Go. Pikmin Bloom is a lot less involved, and I feel like they should just lax up on those radius space sizes. They need to make those just extra big.
Yeah. Because I mean, in Pokemon Go, I feel like the circles are probably about the same size, but in Pokemon Go, you don't need to be like walking in those. You just need to be like in them
To do
while
the thing. Yeah.
attacking a gym or a raid or something.
Yep. 100%. But in Pikmin Bloom, not Pikmin Go, I keep calling it that. Pikmin Bloom. You actually got to be walking around in that, and it for a lot of the places that I have been and seen, it just doesn't work. It's too small of a zone, so I'm just looking like a weirdo walking like
Well,
back and forth on
you
the
just need to bring
sidewalk.
like uh your phone or something and have like the pacer test audio for it so you can run back and forth and not look like too much of a crazy person. You'll
Yeah,
have a
it's
reason
like
for it.
you're like, oh, he's doing the
But
pacer
you
test
also have to be running.
on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. Oh man.
I don't know
Uh,
what I would think if I saw someone just doing the pacer test in the middle of like a field or on the sidewalk.
I will say that I'm a little disappointed that I haven't seen a whole lot of flowers from other people.
I've seen zero
Yeah.
in my like entire neighborhood. I zoom out as far as I can and look as far along the horizon as I can see. No flowers.
Yeah.
And it's sad because the only flowers I've planted are also in my house.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at our neighborhood, all of the flowers planted have been from my wife and I. And I just kind of want to share this experience with more people. So please, if you haven't already and this even sounds remotely interesting, give it a go. Try out Pikmin Bloom because we need more.
I
We
know
need more
when
flowers.
I know when planting flowers, you can like hit a button to like plant with others, so
Yeah,
you can
we
see
do that.
other people
Yeah,
and
your
plants.
your
But
little your little me characters like frolic together down the street. It's pretty fun. So
yeah, I haven't seen
we've been
anyone
going on
around done
daily
that.
walks and we'll just plant flowers. So our you can see our walking path based off the concentration of flowers like being crazy concentrated on the roads we usually go down.
I want this concept added into like a Splinter Cell game. So in the game, you like pull out Pokemon Bloom, and you can trace the guards' paths by the bunch of flowers. Because all these guards have been playing Pokemon Bloom since they're walking a bunch, so they might as
Pokemon
well.
Bloom, you're saying it.
Oh, dang it!
You're doing it.
Dang it! I blame this on you. They just need to combine them into one game. Pokemon Go and Pikmin Bloom, same game.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
But you'll be able to see the guards' paths because of all the planted flowers, and then you can
Like
strategize.
I think we're coming up with a concept here for Nintendo Land 2. It's a mobile game. Okay?
Yeah.
It combines Pikmin Bloom, Pokemon Go. Then we throw in some other stuff. Like
Splinter Cell, like I was
Splinter
just
Cell is
talking
not a
about.
Nintendo
Close
franchise.
enough. They could buy it, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Let's buy it. Oh, Micah, speaking of buying, we should probably get towards the next segments of our show here. What was I talking about? We're talking about Pikmin Bloom. It's fun. I like it.
Nintendo Land Mobile.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah, I was buying financial segment. We're gonna be talking Nintendo financials, but first, let's talk the Nintendo news. In today's Nintendo news, we got a lot going on. A lot going on. First off, Nintendo is shutting down California and Toronto offices and consolidating to their Redmond, Washington office and Vancouver, BC office. The articles say displacing an estimated roughly 100 employees. These were small offices by comparison to like the main headquarters, but they're just consolidating the Nintendo of America and Nintendo of Canada stuff to single locations and not having these remote sites. Potentially, there's more work from home going on. Maybe that's part of the reason.
Hopefully, some of them will actually have to relocate.
Yeah.
If they don't want to.
Yeah. So that's an interesting move. It's an interesting thing. Consolidating offices. It just feels like Nintendo of America, Nintendo's like physical locations have not really grown in the last 20 years, which is an interesting thing because you'd think with the financial success that they're having this generation, and they've had several generations of like great success, that they would be opening more sites, doing more like there'd be more growth happening, I guess.
Yeah, but then you have to deal with more like time zones and more if they have to communicate with each other, you like talking on the phone and stuff.
So you're thinking
Not
the
quite
growth is
as
just all in these central locations.
maybe. In my experience, it's always easier just working from a more central location. Easier to communicate, whatnot.
Yeah, that makes sense. So there's that. What does it mean? Who knows? Who knows? We'll talk Nintendo's financials here, and maybe that will play a little bit into this, but I don't think it does. The financials don't necessarily point to, oh, we better consolidate offices.
Yeah.
The next bit of news we have here on Halloween. So the last podcast episode released on Halloween. That same day, Luigi's Mansion themed Lego sets were announced. Pretty cool. It's like one of the only times that we have missed the announcement with our podcast because it happened on a Sunday to coincide with Halloween. The sets look pretty cool. They are compatible with the Lego Mario and Lego Luigi electronic toys. And yeah.
Although unless I misremembering, they will be coming out in January, I think, which is
Not Halloween.
kind of not the best timing. It's like they announced it Halloween, which is cool, but this would be like a nice Halloween thing to have, or even to get for Christmas, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's like right after where people have already spent all their gift monies.
Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But what are you gonna do? When it's done, I guess. Speaking of things not coming out this year, the N64 controllers are sold out till 2022. You will not be able to get an N64 online controller this year if you have not already. Kind of crazy that they sold out that much.
Yeah, I wonder how many they actually made. They just underestimate.
It seems like those sold very well, which makes it seem like NSO N64 is probably doing pretty well, right?
I think so. Well, maybe it's just a bunch of scalpers that are assuming a lot of people.
A bunch of collectors. I do know. I mean, I do know people that bought the controllers that aren't planning on getting the online. Which, sure, what power to you. You want a brand new N64 controller for a collectible? It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Yeah, I am shocked by this, especially given the backlash that the N64 NSO got. It kind of shows that backlash didn't really mean anything to the grand scheme of sales.
Unless they only made like 1,000 N64 controllers.
Oh, good thing we only made 100 of these. Yeah. So, sorry if you did not get your N64 controller. Next year they're coming.
Yeah, sounds like there'll be a chance.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what's not coming next year, Micah, is more Smash Bros. Sakurai has detailed in his latest Famitsu column, he's been talking about the future of Smash Bros. And the future of him and his work and his involvement with Smash Bros. Now, this column, as of the recording of this, has not been fully translated yet, but there have been snippets translated. You had those quotes up, didn't you? Because I don't have them up offhand. But he talks.
They quote at some point. There's something about how he was trying his hardest to essentially never think about Smash Bros. Again. He's trying his hardest not to think about a sequel.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not thinking about a sequel to Smash Bros. At the moment. And he also states that he does not see a way for Smash Bros. To continue as a series without him involved. Yeah. And he specifically states that they did try that at some point to like pass the torch, and it did not work very well. And I'm like, I don't understand what that means. At some point, the torch has to pass, right? Like, now Sakurai is
never dies.
Sakurai is not that old. I think he's in his 50s, and he seems very work oriented. As an individual, he's very, very focused on work and wants to keep working. So he'll be around for a while. He'll probably keep working on Smash Bros. With that time. It's been stated.
Maybe he'll try something new.
Yeah, it's been insinuated by a lot of the internet and by a lot of the public that he's like tired of the series and wants to move on to something else. But I don't know if that's necessarily true. He seems like he really enjoys what he does, and I think we just we just see what happens. He's gonna make the choice that's best for him, and Nintendo's gonna make more Smash Bros. Like that's they're not gonna stop making Smash Bros. Like, oh, we don't have Sakurai. Like, listen, guys, Nintendo likes money, as we're about to talk in financials, and Smash Bros.
Makes money.
A lot of money. It makes a lot of money, and does very well. So, I do not see that series ending, whether or not Sakurai is involved. I hope he is, because he does a great job. But at the same time, sometimes it's good to have a new,
shake things up,
fresh look at a series like that. Yeah, like let's shake it up, put someone new in charge. Who knows?
No pressure.
Nintendo, if you're looking for someone, we would probably do a really good job as a team. Nintendo Pals works as a team. Yeah, so if Nintendo wants to hire somebody to take over, Micah and I think would do a great job. We love Smash Bros. Finally put Waluigi in there. Let's do it.
Maybe.
So talking more Mario Party Superstars here. Mario Party Superstars is reviewing crazy good online. Crazy good. If you're one that's into Metacritic, which is just a conglomerate. That's not a word. I'm making up words. Like a bundle of
an aggregate
critical reviews. It is now tied for the best Metacritic score among the Mario Party franchise with the original Mario Party. That's pretty good. It has significantly more reviews as well. So all that same, like it's doing well. So if you didn't like my take on it, and you're like, I don't know if it's good, if it's a good game for me, a lot of other people agree. It's a good Mario Party game. Yeah.
It does still kind of ruin friendships. I mean, I believe you were called a filthy, dirty hacker on stream.
Yeah, I was doing quite good that stream. So yeah, I don't really have a good transition to this next news item. Bowser's in Mario Party, and Bowser is who this next story is about. A gentleman whose a gentleman whose last name is Bowser, not Mario Bowser, not President Bowser, but Evil Bowser. This is real evil Bowser, because real evil Bowser pleaded guilty to piracy, as he was busted, and hauled away by the Nintendo ninjas for pirating a whole bunch of Nintendo stuffs. So Bowser has pled guilty to piracy and agreed to pay $4.5 million in damages and losses.
Much money.
And he will be losing all his contraband, a.k.a. his Nintendo systems are being destroyed. You just take it and just smash it. They're like, no, Wii U for you!
Kind of a bummer they're being destroyed, I guess, but they're also probably pretty heavily modded and all sorts of sneaky piracy things.
He's also agreed to help bust other members of the website that they were running. So we'll be trying to take out more people. I think a lot of it was anonymous, not anonymous interaction. So, man, Nintendo busted a big one. With this Bowser, Mario getting rid of all them Bowsers. Yeah. There's also a story about a game that was using stolen Mario assets for an NFT gambling game, and Nintendo swiftly has come in and given that one a karate chop with their Nintendo Ninja powers as well. So they're just, don't don't do
Don't
this
mess with
stuff.
Nintendo.
Don't pirate. Don't pirate and don't steal. Don't just like outright steal assets and stuff. Like, not good. Not good. You know what else is not good, Micah? This might be the end of Animal Crossing DLC. Here's a quote from Nintendo. Says the free update launching on November 5th will be the last.
Or November 3rd.
Yes. We were going to talk about that next. But on November 5th will be the last major free content update. We hope that players will continue enjoying their island life in real time and throughout the changing seasons. That's a little punch to the gut to them time pirates. In real time.
Yeah, not you guys.
Not you guys. You guys can't enjoy this.
You don't enjoy your time.
Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise introduces a new gameplay experience in which the player joins the Paradise planning team and helps make their client's dream resort home become a reality. It is a major update to Animal Crossing New Horizons and offers a distinguishing and different gameplay experience. Therefore, it made sense to include it as the first and only paid DLC for Animal Crossing New Horizons. That phrasing in there seems pretty final. Like, this is it. This is they're not doing more beyond this.
The update that came essentially with this that was free, the last major free update.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they're kind of done, except maybe some minor updates.
What are your thoughts on this, Micah? Do you think that they should be supporting this more, or do you like? How do you feel about continuous development for Animal Crossing?
I mean, I think they could make a lot of money if they develop some more paid DLC. But I feel like this game is complete enough, especially with the newest update. That there's nothing we really need to be added in. I'm okay with them putting their resources to other things now.
Like the next Animal Crossing?
Like Metro Prime 4.
I agree with you. I do think that there is potential to make more money off of this game doing more paid DLC type stuff. But I also am okay with this being the end. I am not in the camp of people that want all of Nintendo's games to have continuous development. If they were to do continuous development, Animal Crossing would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense. Mario Kart would be another one that makes a lot of sense. Smash Bros. Would be another one that kind of makes a lot of sense. But I kind of like that they have an end to them and that we can then look forward to the next entry in the series. Gaming has a space for continuous development, and Nintendo is not putting themselves in that space yet, if they ever do. And that's okay. Their games are really good. They don't need to release one Animal Crossing from like 20 years ago and just have been updating that.
Re-release it 7 times. Skyrim.
Well, I think a lot of people point to games like Minecraft, League of Legends, which it's just a single game that just continually gets new updates and new things. But
I think it works great for those games.
It does, but I don't know if I'd like that for games like Zelda, Mario, Animal Crossing. I kind of like these big hype moments of a brand new entry in the series, like a new version. It's a new game. Like, I don't know.
I mean, those I feel like, especially with games like Legend of Zelda, that wouldn't work too well because they're always introducing like new mechanics in every new Zelda game. So if you're just adding new DLC, adding in those new mechanics, which then could potentially be used in earlier parts, just causes like a whole bunch of problems.
Agreed. I mean, there's multiple ways to go about doing these kinds of game developments, but I think that Nintendo has looked at their financial standings and have made a conscious decision to take this route of not doing continuous development on their games. They want an end so that they can start a new project. And that's okay. That's a way to develop
And
games that has
they have
worked for
done
them for many years.
and they have done quite a bit of continuous development with like Splatoon, some free updates,
Yeah, but
Smash
even that
Bros, the
we're
new
getting a
fighters.
sequel next year.
Yeah, but they have been extending the life of games with free updates, which I do like.
Yeah, more so on the Switch than they have ever done before. Maybe the Wii U was like the first time that really got done with like Mario Maker, the original Splatoon,
It's true. Yeah,
Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart
I
8
don't
got.
remember that much added to Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, they added 4 new tracks, several
Oh, did
playable
they?
characters, new cars, all as DLC. That was when we got the Mercedes deal where you could play.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. Uh, so what we're saying here is like, enjoy Animal Crossing now. Just enjoy what you've got because some data miners. Oh well, we'll talk about that in the rumor mill. But data miners have found some interesting stuff for Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing DLC dropped 2 days early. What the heck happened, Micah? Like what on earth? We were just minding our own business, watching you suffer, playing Ocarina of Time, when all of a sudden someone saved you and they're like, "Hey,
It
guys,
was a miracle,
yeah, Monkey Thunder in
the
Discord was like
biggest blessing of my life.
it's like, "Guys, the Animal Crossing DLC is out." And we luckily had Spider Shan who was paying attention to all that, and he was in the chat and was like, "Guys, go play Animal Crossing." So we dropped in on it early. Has there been any? I did not see any explanation as to why this happened. I've never
Yeah, I
seen
feel
this
like
happen
I
before.
haven't even seen anything addressing it really.
Some intern at Nintendo is an
Yeah,
absolute
we
hero
like to
to the
blame
people.
we like to blame the interns
Yeah.
for everything weird that Nintendo does.
They just hit the button early. They tripped while carrying the donuts
All the
to
coffees and yeah, the
to all the
donuts.
other employees, and they hit the button that's kept on the floor. It's got some signs around it, and it's just launch Animal Crossing DLC button, and they tripped and fell on that a couple days early. Yeah, I'm
That's
telling
the
you,
official explanation
that's what happened.
for
Yep.
what happened.
Yep. Anyways, Animal Crossing DLC dropped early. We were among the first people to play it, Micah. That was pretty cool, and some of the first people to cover it. So we got a video up same day. I sacrificed my night to that. So go check out our YouTube channel and watch our videos. Give us a sub. Make my suffering worth it.
Although it was kind of embarrassing at the start because it had been so long since I played Animal Crossing, I couldn't remember any of the controls. I had no idea what I was doing.
It's Micah's first video on that's like a you focused video on the YouTube channel, which is pretty neat. I am in it as just a disembodied voice because
Best
I was
kind
there
of
watching
voice.
him. The best kind. The best kind.
Those are the favorite voices I hear.
That's. I don't know how to feel about that, so I'm just going to move to the next news item.
I mean, they
here.
usually just give me advice and tell me to do things.
Yep.
So
Definitely going to go to the next news item here, which is 8-Bit Christmas, which has been announced for HBO Max as a Christmas film about kids trying to get a Nintendo in the 80s. Looks like it'll be a classic Christmas, like an instant Christmas classic, one of those ones you go back to. It looks like The Christmas Story, but instead of a Red Ryder BB gun, it's a Nintendo. That's what it looks like. And it's narrated by Neil Patrick Harris to like his daughter, Like in the concept of the movie, he's like telling his daughter about how he got the Nintendo. There's some there's some funny moments in the commercial that make it look like one that I'll definitely check out.
Be checking out.
It looks funny. It's I don't have HBO Max, but maybe get the trial, free trial to
Oh yeah,
watch this.
and then you can watch all those Adventure Time shows
Oh,
that
that's on
have been
HBO
added to
Max.
HBO Max.
There you go. Uh, yeah. So if you grew up in the '80s and you were part of the absolute hype of the original Nintendo Entertainment System, this may be the Christmas movie for you. Yeah.
Or if you just want to watch it,
Or if you
it
just
can
want to
also
watch
be
it.
the Christmas movie for you.
True. True. What's your favorite Christmas movie, Micah?
Uh, I feel like I don't have a favorite Christmas movie.
I'm gonna say Elf. I'm not actually that big of a fan of like Will Ferrell
I say
movies.
I don't know if I really actually like Elf all that much. I do think it has a lot of good moments in it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it has a lot of oof. This is
Cringe.
painful to watch moments.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Elf, and then I like
The
the.
narwhal's probably the best part.
I also like the live action Grinch movie. But
Oh, yeah.
these might be
Jim Carrey.
controversial opinions here. Some people really hate that movie, the Grinch. I don't know. Jim Carrey just does a good job. Yeah, classic Christmas stuff.
Oh, I guess probably my favorite is I'm pretty sure it's like claymation, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with that like dentist elf, the elf that wanted to be a dentist.
Yeah, that one's weird.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon
That's
Cornelius.
my
Yeah,
that's my favorite Christmas movie.
that's a that yeah. There's some classicness to that as well for sure. What's your
I'm
favorite?
pretty sure that's only my favorite Christmas movie because I haven't
Uh,
seen it in like 15 years.
what is your favorite Christmas movie, listener? Leave a comment on the video if you're watching the video. Reach out to us. But we'll have to do an episode on like favorite like Christmassy Nintendo games to play once we get closer to that. Just the holiday season Nintendo
Well, I
games
was
to
trying to
play.
think of some Christmas Nintendo games.
Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing got you
I
covered on
I
everything.
yeah, I tend to just like play games and not really pay attention to what season it is or what games I'm playing.
Yeah, for sure. K9 Cantina in chat says Home Alone.
Home Alone. I
I
mean
don't
that was
consider that a
definitely a
Christmas
classic.
movie, but I guess it is a lot of people do.
What? How do you not consider that a Christmas movie? It happens during Christmas.
Does it?
It's a movie. I'm pretty sure. Right? Am I crazy?
I don't
Aren't
think
they leaving
so.
us on like Christmas vacation? Am I wrong?
I think the second one takes place during Christmas. I don't know.
Do you want all of them just take place during Christmas?
Maybe it's two Christmases in a row. Don't leave your
I,
kids alone at home. Okay.
it's been so long since I've Home Alone during a Christmas vacation.
Huh. Okay. Well, I was wrong.
Oh yeah, Kanan also said the same thing. I actually googled that. He probably commented like the same time I read that
I
out.
thought you were reading his comment because you said it the exact way. Okay, yeah. Well, let's move on to the next segment of our show, which is the rumor mill. Micah, there's a lot of rumors. Well, a couple. A couple is a lot.
I was like, are
Sometimes
we
the
looking
rumor
at
mill
different
is
notes here?
sometimes the rumor mill is an empty place, and sometimes that's good, and then sometimes it's
Yeah.
very full.
And
And
sometimes it's very full about that 4K Switch.
yeah, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a new movie, Micah. A rumor is circulating that Seth Rogen will be starring in a Donkey Kong animated solo film, not part of the Mario Bros. Movie. Its own Donkey Kong movie, likely reprising the same role that will be in the upcoming Mario Bros. Movie.
Pretty sure I said something about this and how they're going to do that to like kickstart their Smash Bros. Cinematic
Yep, we
universe.
got the Nintendo Cinematic
So, I mean,
Universe.
we might be the originators of this rumor. Well, we
Oh,
know.
we might be. Someone was like listening to our show and they're like, "Oh yeah, wow."
these guys sound legit. Just like, it'll be the first time anyone has ever said that about me.
I feel like that's been said about you on this show. Maybe not.
Has it?
Maybe not. I'll say it about you sometime when you actually
Sounds good.
are.
Oh, I'll give you the perfect opportunity right now. Ocarina of Time isn't that good of a game.
Oh,
It's just all
boo!
right.
You're not legit. Not legit. My guy is It is illegitimate. I was, okay. I'll just move on here. The Donkey Kong movie, Mike. This makes sense. It kind of corresponds with, hey, we've got a Mario theme park coming out,
At some point.
and a Donkey Kong theme park will be coming up and out after that. So Universal
That
is
does
making
make
two theme
sense.
parks. They're making a movie for the one and a movie for the other. But where is the Donkey Kong game that will coincide with this? Because there hasn't been a new game since Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, I feel like they gotta have a game so they can release them all around the same time.
Yeah, let's go.
Build that hype.
Seth Rogen will be the voice of Donkey Kong in the games now, too.
Seth Rogen, it will probably actually just be a model of Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah. he'll just be you'll just play a game
I
of
don't. If I was Seth Rogen, I don't know if I'd be offended if they were like, "We're just gonna have you be Donkey Kong. It's just gonna be you. You're now Donkey Kong." I don't know if I'd be honored to be
I
like,
hope that this springs into a Nintendo cinematic universe for sure. Like we've talked about. I
Subspace
don't know if I want it
Emissary.
to be animated though. I kind of want that to be live action. Can you mix those, you
Don't
think?
know about that. I mean, have you
Okay,
seen
well, I don't
the
want
Pokemon
no,
movie?
okay, so let me look at this. I don't want an animated Metroid movie. I don't want an animated Legend of
Uh,
Zelda movie. I don't want those. Other people are like, "Oh, I'll take those." No, no, I want live
I mean,
action for both of
I
those.
would take them, but those ones I think would do better as live action.
They should be live action films for sure.
I mean, Metroid would have to be pretty CGI heavy though.
Guys, we
Zelda
okay,
kind
everybody
of as well.
listening has to like commit to me that you are going to commit to me that you are going to go watch this movie because we need this cinematic universe to happen, okay? So we need the movie to do well, even though we might
I mean,
not. I guess
you
I
don't even
should be.
necessarily actually have to watch it. Just buy 100 tickets for it,
There you go.
or
This is how we get
just
the
send
Zelda
us
movie.
money and,
This is
and we
bad.
will buy 100 tickets.
We are encouraging bad consumer behavior to blindly buy things and hope for better, more stuff. But I do really want to see a cinematic universe pop up around the Nintendo stuff. Metroid would make a fantastic movie. We've talked about this before. It would be such a good film. F-Zero movie? That would be cool. That'd be cool.
They're not doing an F-Zero movie. They're not even doing F-Zero games.
But he's in Smash Bros, so they better have. He'll be like,
Yeah,
they have the
because
members of
essentially because
the
they have to have him in Smash
yeah they have
Bros.
the members of the Avengers that are just kind of there. They don't have their own movies like Hawkeye. He's getting his own
Oh
series though.
yeah, he's getting his own. Is it a series or a movie? I can't
It's a
remember.
series, I believe.
Series,
Yeah. Black
which will
Widow
be a
got a
Christmas
movie
series, I
eventually.
believe.
And yeah, full circle. It's a Christmas series.
I think all the originals actually have now.
Hulk didn't have his own movie
Well,
unless you
he
count
did, but
that
it
one.
was
But does that count?
Ron Norton. What was his name?
Edward Norton?
Edward. Yeah, I was like,
Does
it's
that
not
even
Ron.
count though? It's like they kind of were like, sweep that under the rug ish.
Yeah, they kind of ignore it now, but it happened.
Yeah. So that's what Captain Falcon will
Well,
be.
they also, I mean,
He'll have a really bad movie, but then he'll be replaced as an actor and just be there in the NCU. We're calling this the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, the NCU. Yep.
I feel like Thor Ragnarok was kind of Hulk's movie as well.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not going to give Hulk his own movie after what happened last time, so
Here
we'll
you
do
go.
like a little half movie.
Yeah.
But it's also the movie's still called Thor.
So heading back into the data mines within the rumor mill. So inside the rumor mill, this building that we house these rumors in, there is a mine. There is a mine of data that people are constantly digging in. We have little data mining dwarves, little Pikmin actually. that we send in there to mine game data and get us information on that. And data
We,
miners have
we
found.
also, I mean, we play really loud music while they mine, just so we don't have to listen to. I mean, because mining can be kind of dangerous, so we don't have to listen to all the Pikmin ghosts screaming as they
Wow, this
ascend
took a dark.
skyward.
Yeah, of course, you make this take a real dark turn. Listen, these Pikmin are completely safe. Completely safe. We hold this mine in the utmost bestest conditions. Anywho's, the Pikmin have discovered. There's been a data mine found for Animal Crossing, the new 2.0 update. Over 1,000 new items in the game, and that includes variations, new variations of items.
So potentially not really that many items though, because an item can have quite a few.
True, but that's still a lot of stuff to discover, a lot of stuff to figure out. I think that this DLC is going to be quite hefty, or is not going to be. It is quite hefty with all of the different features and things that we have with it. So that is exciting stuff. All right, Micah. Speaking of exciting stuff, we are going to introduce a brand new segment to the show. We've had a segment like this in the.
Skipping one of the ruin meal thingies.
Oh.
Switch production.
Oh, yeah, I was going to kind of. Okay, this actually ties well into the next segment. So let's talk. Nintendo is reportedly cutting planned Switch production by 20% due to chip shortages. We have seen chip shortages like, where's the Lay's? Where's the Doritos? I can't find them.
I don't even like chips, so it hasn't bothered me.
That was the worst joke ever. My goodness. I just need to leave.
No, the worst joke ever is when my phone fell in my pocket into a bowl of salsa one time, and you made some joke about how even though there's a chip in the phone, it's not the right kind of chip.
Did I make
That was
that
probably
joke?
the worst. Yeah, that was
Oof.
probably the worst joke I've ever heard in my life. So feel good about this joke. It wasn't that bad.
It was also about chips, though. I should just not
Yeah.
talk about chips. But we're talking about these chips, and they are short. The PlayStation 5 has been suffering from this like crazy. Xbox Series S and X have been suffering like crazy. It's
I think the PlayStation PS5 has sold just so many though. Wonder how many more it would have sold.
yeah, you are 100% correct. It's it's interesting that chip shortages are affecting Nintendo now. I guess they just had a lot of stuff done in pre-production prior to this, and maybe it's the OLED that is using new chips that are in short supply. There's not a lot of details on this, and there's no like exact numbers, but you can see it in their financial report specifically. So let's move to that new segment of the show, which we are calling the Rupee Room.
Games, talk about easy money.
Oh, so so this is going to be a new segment to the show that just will happen quarterly when Nintendo releases financial updates. We'll talk some money. We'll talk some numbers. This stuff is interesting to me. It's fascinating to see what is selling and what is not. So, Micah, we have. Gosh, I should have pulled this up in advance. I had these charts up, but I closed them out. We have received
Mistake.
info on the top 10 best-selling games, and more, and how many Switch units have sold. So right now, the Switch is sitting at 92.87 million units sold, with 681 million in software sales, which averages to about 7.33283 games per Switch in the wild.
Which it seems extra crazy considering there are quite a few families that have multiple Switches. that might not necessarily have that many duplicates of games.
Yeah. That that is interesting because you
Because
like want to
I
think
mean, y'all
about.
got a couple Switches.
I've got 3, and I have more than 7 games on all of those. I mean, spread between all. No, I have a lot. I like definitely. I am pulling the average up on my
Yeah,
end.
I would. When they say software, is this just first party, not counting indie?
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. You asked me this last time, and I didn't know then either. I don't
I don't
read
even
these
remember
reports
asking this
very
last time.
thoroughly. Yes.
I mean, it makes it
All
seem
I know
kind of
is the
like,
number. I don't know any
yeah,
details about the number. Come on, Micah. But I do want to talk about some comparisons here. So the Switch has now outsold the 3DS by a lot. It is gaining on the Wii. The Wii in total sold 101.63 million units. I would wager that by the end of this next quarter, we will have hit that mark because we're going into the holiday season here. A lot of great games coming out next year. Uh, it's going to be time to get a Switch for a lot of people.
and the OLED's still relatively new.
Yep. Uh, we've also outsold the Game Boy Advance, and we will not be outselling the Nintendo DS. I do not think that the Switch will hit 154 million units unless they really extend the life of the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, 150 million is just insane.
It is insane. The DS, the Wii DS era is just crazy, but they kind of like pair the Switch and the 3DS together, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I would think the Wii U would be the Nintendo 3DS's like counterpart. But
Yeah,
I don't know. So let's talk top selling titles. So this is first party titles. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold 38.74 million. Second being Animal Crossing at 34.85 million. Mario Kart 8 sold more than Animal Crossing this last quarter. It's still selling, Micah. It just won't stop.
It's
Won't
selling way
stop.
too
Can't
many
stop.
games. It doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. If you look at Nintendo's history, Mario Kart has been the top or in the top for almost every console ever.
Yeah, I mean, it has like a almost 40% attach rate. So like at least like essentially one out of every three new Switch sales, people are buying Mario Kart 8.
It was so Mario Kart DS was number 3 on the DS top sales, and it's like right behind Nintendogs. It's number 2 behind Wii Sports on the Wii. Speaking of the Wii, Mario Kart Wii sold 37 million units, and so Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has now passed Mario Kart Wii as the best-selling game in the series. It was the number 1 selling game on the 3DS, Mario Kart 7, and on the
I mean,
Wii U, it was the number
this is
1
the
selling
deluxe
game.
version. It's not even like an original
Okay, so
Mario Kart per
if we
se.
talk about if we combine the sales of Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, this game has sold almost 50 million units. It's like absolutely nuts. Just crazy. So we go Animal Crossing is in second, and it does not seem like it's going to be closing the gap. Who knows? Maybe this DLC will be a thing that pushes it up. Because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe isn't getting any DLC, but it's getting bundled on Black
I mean,
Friday.
it's
So
I don't know if it's gonna be pushing up 4 million copies.
who knows? Who knows what we'll see there? And then we take a big jump down to the third best selling game, which is Super Smash Bros. At 25 million. So almost 10 million in difference there between 2 and 3.
And I think Smash Bros. For the Wii sold like 12 million or 13 million. So even that took a pretty big jump.
Yeah, the Wii's top sales is real interesting to look at. Wii Sports being on top. And you go, well, that was bundled in. But then Wii Sports Resort being the next best after Mario Kart. People like their Wii Sports. Bring that one back,
Wii
Nintendo.
Play, Wii Fit, Wii Fit Plus.
Yeah.
Wii Party.
Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus both sold 20-something million units.
Combined, both sold a little over 50 million.
We're going to come back to that because of number 10 on the list, guys. Then next we have at the number 4 spot, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at 24 million units, right behind Smash Bros. Pokemon Sword and Shield comes after that at 22 million. Then in 6th, Super Mario Odyssey at 21.95 million. These are all like real close to each other. And then we take a little bit of a jump here to go to Super Mario Party, which has sold 16.48 million. So we'll see. Maybe Mario Party Superstars will come up and break its way towards the top 10 selling list. Then Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee at 13 million, Splatoon 2 at 12 million, and Ring Fit Adventure at 12 million units sold. Number 10 on the list, the underdog, I would say, of the Switch library first-party games. And can I just remind you, Micah, that this game costs $70. This is not a $60 game because it comes with the Ring Con.
A little extra.
And it has sold so well. So people that are like, man, Nintendo needs to stop making all these like weird motion control games.
You're wrong.
The numbers say otherwise, people. The numbers don't lie. The numbers say that fitness is the best. Can be the best, anyways. Yeah, I am absolutely pumped. So, Micah, I do firmly believe that if they released a Wii Sports remake or remaster or sequel, that it would break the top. It would break into the top 10 so fast that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe would get a little scared. They'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I don't know if I get that scared." I was wishing upon
on the Wii Sports Resort, 33 million. Like that's so many units.
But that was the Wii.
It's true. But
I feel like people got a little extra hyped for those kinds of games on the Wii.
Yeah, there's not a lot of that on the Switch, so maybe that hype would be huge because there's like nothing like it.
Maybe there's nothing like it because people don't really care about it all that much anymore.
I don't believe it, Micah.
It's less
I don't believe
of a novelty.
I don't believe it. Don't crush my dreams. Don't kill my vibe.
I was hoping upon a star that Metroid Dread would somehow.
I've been asking a lot of the listening audience this week, but you guys got to let us know. Do you want a Wii Sports sequel? Let us know. Reach out to us on social media because I want one. I want to know I'm not alone. That I would buy it. You would buy it too, Micah.
Someone in chat just said, "Meh." They aren't too excited about it.
But you would buy it. Especially if it had.
I don't think I would.
Online bowling, online tennis.
I don't think I would buy it.
Wow, you're a monster.
I gotta save my monies for games I really want.
So that is the sales data that Nintendo has put out. They did a lot more details. You can see up to the top 20, but I don't want to talk through all that tonight, just because I don't want this podcast to be a million years long. But if you're interested in checking this out, Nintendo financials, these reports are all public access. Pretty cool stuff. Let's see here. I wanted to talk a little bit about some specifics. they released a current state of like the demographic, the age distribution of annual playing users, and the biggest age group in the user section was the early to late 20s, and second biggest group being no, the second biggest group would probably be the 30s to 40s. So in the age range of 20 to 30 and 30 to 40, which is interesting because that coincides exactly with like the demographics of our listening audience. Like it looks almost the same. The chart looks almost the same as our listening audience for the age of listeners to the show. So I guess, yeah. Now here's the thing I was thinking when looking at this chart. I'm like, well, how many people are lying about their age? Like how many kids are just saying like I'm 20
That's true.
or like I'm 18?
Do you need to be 18 or adult supervision to answer that question?
I I don't know. I feel like kids do that a lot more than they should. But they're going to be on there just so that they can access everything because a lot of stuff is restricted to age 18 and up on like the eShop and things like that.
Yeah.
Don't lie about your age. Just enjoy your youth. Enjoy being a kid. That's what I said. That's what I say.
You'll miss it when it's over.
You will. You will. This was sad. That was a sad turn to take that. There's quite a big audience for the Switch in the age range of like 10 years old, 10 years old and up. So there you have it. It's a fun like demographic point there. And then these numbers, I guess I should have led with this. These numbers cover July through the end of September. So we have no sales data for October, which means this does not include OLED Switch sales. This does not include Metroid Dread. We'll have those.
That's probably sold like 20 million.
It's probably
games
sold
or
very
something.
well. But who knows how much. And it does not include the new NSO sales. But it does have the old NSO sales. And that is, there are over 32 million members on NSO as of September 2021. So
Pretty good chunk.
a third of the Nintendo Switch audience is on NSO in some form. Now here's the thing. People are like, well, that number's definitely going to go down with this price increase. It's not. That number will stay the same. We'll only get more.
I don't know why it would get less because you don't have to
Exactly.
choose the new stuff.
Exactly. You can stay on the old plan, and 32 million members are probably going to do that. They're going to at least stay on the old plan, maybe upgrade to the new plan, and we'll see new people joining the service for that N64, for that Animal Crossing DLC. Yeah. That's where we'll see more joining as more Switches are sold all around. Interesting stuff. 32 million's I don't know what I was expecting, but I feel like that's more than I was expecting to be on NSO. With how much grief I hear about it, see about it, I would have thought it would be less, but there's quite a bit using the service. So that is that, Micah. What are your thoughts on all the financials? Anything you want to point out, talk to?
I didn't look too in depth because money stuff is hard. So I mostly just played games instead of figuring out what all this meant.
Here's a question for you. How many of the top 10 do you have?
Let me see. Oh, I actually moved to the wrong page.
I have
see.
7 out of 10 and have played 9 out of 10.
I only have 4 out of the 10. Although if you count Mario Kart on the Wii U, then I have 5.
Are you even qualified to be on this show? I'm just kidding.
This is the person who just played Wind Waker for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. There's so many. Like, here's the thing. I'm sure that there are people out there that own all of these games on their Switch, and have played every like major first party game and every title in the Zelda series, every title in the Mario series. But would they be more qualified than us to host a podcast? No, because we're
I mean,
awesome.
probably sounds like it.
No, what? No, we.
Oh, that's not where you're going with that?
No, I was
I
going
mean, no.
I was going with how awesome we are, Micah. Okay, we're great at this.
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about. We can make opinions on games that we haven't played. That's.
Yeah, you seem to do that a lot.
Yeah, so do you, actually.
I don't think so.
What do you think about Plock?
I have played Pluck. I didn't enjoy it.
That was like 10 years ago.
I played it, though. Yeah, 10 years ago when games were still terrible almost. That's not even true. But games have just gotten better practically as time went on, so my opinion of it now, if I played it today, would probably be even worse.
I don't know why I even try to. I don't even know why I try to talk reasoning with you in these.
Well, because your reasoning was faulty.
Yeah.
I have played Pluck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll just move to the next segment of the show before I confuse myself even further here. And that is the last segment of our show, which is the Community Corner. In today's Community Corner, we have a couple questions. I did not solicit for questions this week because the news was so heavy that I just felt like having too many questions, this show would go 3 hours. But I think we're doing pretty good on time, actually. I'm having a great time, by the way. It feels like... So, this is a side track here. I know we just started the Community Corner, but Micah and I both just upgraded our microphones. I am using a nice new dynamic microphone that has like an arm and sounds really nice. So I guess
he's like 1/5 the way to a complete microphone body.
Yeah, with more arms and
yeah, he's using
one more
arm,
the head
2
of the
legs.
microphone. And Micah upgraded to a really nice dynamic microphone, a significant upgrade from the almost free microphone from Amazon that he had previously. So our sound has improved a lot. It feels like we're really in swing with our show notes and talking and viewers. Our show's been growing a whole bunch. It's just like, man, I feel so good about Nintendo Pals podcast. I've been really liking, like I've always enjoyed making it, and it feels like it's
But
really...
now there's a little more validation.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, Mom. That's nice. that's the I don't know. I've just been having a great time. It feels like these last several episodes have just been so peak for us. Each episode just gets better and better. I don't know if this episode's a peak episode yet. So let's get into the Community Corner and talk some questions. Then we'll have hit the peak.
Hey, you're putting a lot of pressure.
I am, because we've got a question here from Knock Please that we forgot to answer last week. Sorry about that, Knock Please. Here is the question: favorite and least favorite Pokemon starters. I see you Googling. I see you.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have a favorite?
Do
you have a favorite at least?
Not particularly. There's so many that are so good it changes. I've had so many different favorites. But I'll just... Oh. Most of them are just so good. I gotta say Totodile. Essentially any of the original 3. There's just a lot of nostalgia for that. and Turtwig are the ones I'm trying to narrow it down.
This is tough. The least favorite is where I'm just gonna struggle the most. My favorite, Cyndaquil. Second favorite being Charmander, and love Charizard.
I think my least favorite might be Fennekin. It just like turns into what appears to be someone in a robe, kind of.
I'm
With the magic
probably
wand.
I'm probably gonna go with the XY generation as well. I'm not crazy about the design of the characters in that one. What does Chespin evolve into? I don't even remember that one.
Chespin's pretty cool. They get all tanky looking. I gotta actually look at a picture of it again.
Quilladin looks
Maybe
kind of
not as cool as I remember.
Quilladin looks kind of ridiculous. Oh man, it's kind of turtle-like actually. Seems like one for your turtle team.
Yeah. I feel like I like the earlier forms of Rowlet more than the final.
Oh, and Froakie turns
Those
into
Greninja.
Greninja, so that one's actually pretty cool. Oh man, this is a tough one. Least favorite starter. Eevee from Pokemon Let's Go. Eevee. I am not an Eevee fan. Like
The
I like.
Eevee has so many possibilities.
Yeah, but Eevee only has one evolution, and you have to. Okay,
Eevee
here's my.
has like
Let,
10
let me
evolutions.
give my explanation here for why I'm not a fan of Eevee.
Okay, I'll try not to interrupt you at every possible moment, but I'm going to fail.
Okay,
But continue.
I'm not very good at making decisions, as is evident by trying to pick my least favorite Pokemon. And Eevee is just a big decision. Okay, that's all. That is the premise of Eevee.
Just just think of it as character creation. You like making character creation things,
Yeah, you.
making your character look like how they want. Except in this one, you only get 8 options.
I just, I just don't find Eevee to be the best starter. I like Eevee as a Pokemon, but not as a starter. So it's my least favorite starter.
But I mean, I feel like as a starter, Eevee's really good because you do have so many options.
Yeah, you could
You
actually
can choose
get
what,
an evolution very early if you get a stone, or
yeah, and
with
you
the
can have
special ones, there's
most
like,
types.
yeah, there's like different evolution things you have to do, like walk around a specific tree to get Leafeon. And why didn't they just make it all the same? Like, here's the fairy stone that evolves Eevee into fairy type.
That would be boring.
Would it be? Like, boring and simplicity are kind of good in this case. Yeah,
I will
those
say
are
I do like the first evolution, not evolution, but just Sobble, Sobble.
Sobble.
The
Sobble.
Sobble is just like a. I'm a fan of those kind of dopey looking Pokemon.
Yeah, I actually all of the most recent ones. I'm down with those. I think they're good. That was a good question, Knockleys. Thank you for asking. So my favorite is Cyndaquil. Least favorite, I'm gonna put Eevee. Yep, that's what I'm gonna go with. Actually,
And
maybe I should go with Pikachu, Micah.
as your least favorite,
Mm-hmm. Make my kids
Hmm,
upset. My kids love Pikachu.
I mean, I can see that, but I'm not counting Eevee and Pikachu.
Okay, but here's the thing: is Pikachu actually is a starter? Pokemon Yellow,
Eh,
not just in the Let's Go.
yeah, but that's like a weird. That one doesn't really even count either. It's with the weird yellow version.
Weird yellow version. That's like a really fun game. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, yeah, so I'll probably go with Pikachu. I have always thought like Pikachu is fine, but he doesn't evolve into anything, and it's kind of easy to beat.
Uh, excuse me? Pikachu doesn't evolve into anything?
He evolves into Raichu, but nobody likes Raichu. No one. You like Raichu?
Raichu's way cooler than Pikachu.
Are you
He looks like
serious?
he could chop your head off with that tail, yo.
No.
Let's be honest,
No.
Raichu's just a slightly bigger Pikachu.
That isn't as good looking. That's that. I mean, I'm offending so many people in the Pokemon
I
fan.
mean, who would you rather
Venom.
like fight in a dark alley, Pikachu or Raichu? If one of those was coming at you in a dark alley,
I'd rather fight Pikachu.
yeah. So
Because-
Raichu is cooler,
Well, no, because I just don't want to see Raichu because Raichu's just not that cool. That's what I'm saying.
and because he could kill you. Pikachu looks like he'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna nom on your hand a little bit. Maybe that will hurt." And Raichu's like, "I'll kill you and take your wallet."
Pokemon in real life would be kind of terrifying.
Yeah, there's too many horrifying
Too many horrifying creatures.
Pokemon.
Micah, let's go. Okay, I am curious. So, pick a favorite starter from each gen. Okay, let's do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll go favorite and least favorite. Now this isn't. So this is essentially ranking them for each of us. Now this isn't to say that any of these Pokemon are bad, but we're just gonna go with our most favorite and most least, and least most. Okay. We're just gonna go with our favorite and least favorite in the generation. So Gen 1, I'm gonna say Charmander, favorite, Bulbasaur, least favorite.
How dare you?
What are you gonna say?
I mean, it depends. They all just going based off first evolutions. I think I might go Bulbasaur
Okay.
and then Squirtle. That's least favorite.
Okay.
Essentially, if we're doing it favorite and least favorite, we're ranking them in order.
Yeah. Gen 2, Cyndaquil is my most favorite. I almost said least. Cyndaquil is my most favorite. Chikorita is my least.
Totodile is my favorite. Chikorita might be my least.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like Evolved Chikorita.
I do like Meganium. Chikorita looks kind of weird.
Got that weird punk necklace thing going on.
I don't know exactly what Chikorita is supposed to be.
I mean,
Like,
let's be honest.
off-brand
Chikorita
Bulbasaur.
and Cyndaquil.
Okay, so when I said Bulbasaur is my least favorite, Bulbasaur is really, really cool still. You know what I mean? Like, all of Gen 1's Pokemon were, like, so good that they just can't stop bringing them back in every generation.
Yeah, but I mean, Chikorita and Cyndaquil, to kind of be honest, besides their heads and like kind of back area, their like legs and stomach are pretty similar.
Yeah. Okay. Gen 3. Oh, this is hard. I really like all of Gen 3s. I'm going to go Mudkip as my favorite and Trico as my least favorite.
There you go. Trico as my favorite and Torchic as my least favorite.
Okay. It was a hard call. The first time I played through this game, I picked Trico. I like Trico a lot. But Mudkip is really, really cool. Best water Pokemon.
A muddy fish with legs.
I just like the
Not
look.
that cool.
I just like the look. Okay. Gen 4. Coming up soon. Gonna have to make this decision again if we get this game. I'm gonna offend you here.
This one's the easiest one for me.
Chimchar is my favorite. Turtwig's my least favorite.
Terrible decision. Turtwig is my favorite, and Chimchar is my least favorite.
Our Pokemon tastes are so different.
Not even close.
Our Pokemon tastes are so different, Micah. I didn't know this about us. Okay, well, let's see here on Gen 5. This is a wash for me. I like all these guys equally, and none of them really that much. Probably go... Tepig as favorite. Snivy as least favorite.
Snivy is my favorite.
Okay.
And potentially Oshawa is my least favorite. But later evolutions of Oshawa, pretty good.
Yeah.
I like those.
That's the thing. That's what brought Snivy down for me. I can't stand Snivy's evolutions.
Yeah, Snivy's evolutions
Superior is so
aren't
dumb.
that good.
It's like
You lose your legs.
I don't have legs anymore.
Your
Yeah,
limbs.
What? Okay. What generation is this now? Gen 6. My favorite is going to be Froakie, and least favorite, Fennekin.
Yeah, I might go Chespin's favorite and Fennekin least favorite.
Okay. You just want to be a
But
little
none of
different than me.
these-
That's fine.
It's really all out to me.
Gen 7. You go first this time.
Rowlet as my favorite, and Poplio as my least.
Yeah, I'm going to say Litten, favorite. Poplio, least favorite. Poor Poplio.
I notice you tend to lean towards the fire as your favorite, and I tend to lean towards the grass as my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the fire starters. Then we'll go with the latest generation, Gen 8. What do you want? You go first.
Sobble. Sobble's favorite. Score Bunny least favorite.
I'll go opposite of that. Score Bunny favorite. Sobble least favorite.
Score Bunny's your favorite?
Yeah.
What? It's a rabbit that kicks fireballs.
Like
Weak.
soccer.
Look at Sobble. Look
Have
at
you
him.
heard?
Look
I
at
showed
that
you
face.
I showed you the.
Look at the arms.
I showed you the Score Bunny Dancer song, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't. That's all. That's all you need to know. It's just
I feel like that makes it worse.
Google Score Bunny Dance. It's a kids video on YouTube where Score Bunnies dance. Okay, well there you go. Thank you for the question, Knock, please. That we went really in depth on that for no reason at all. But had a good time. Had a good time
what
learning a
about
lot
the,
about each other.
The Hisui starter Pokemon.
Oh, you want to go
Favorite,
through that?
least favorite.
So favorite
Actually, I
is
know yours. Easy.
Cyndaquil,
Cyndaquil.
and least favorite's probably gonna have to be Oshawott. And you're probably gonna do
Actually, I do like Cyndaquil, but I think I'm gonna go Rowlet.
Rowlet,
Least
yeah.
favorite Oshawott.
Is that who you're gonna pick? Rowlet? I have to pick Cyndaquil. It's my favorite
Maybe.
Pokemon.
I mean,
I
yeah.
have
So the
to.
problem is, I like where he starts. I don't necessarily like his evolutions as much as Oshawott and Cyndaquil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oshawott has some pretty cool evolutions too.
But I mean,
although I'm not crazy about
to
Oshawott's.
Typhlosion is essentially just a bigger Cyndaquil.
Yeah, a lot scarier. Cyndaquil too.
Kind of like a
he still looks
Pikachu
kind
and
of.
Raichu.
He still kind of looks friendly. Like you'd give him a big bear hug. He's like a bear with fire.
I don't think so. If I saw Typhlosion in the wild, my first thought would not be, I'm going to give that big fire bear a hug. It'd be, holy crap, I'm
Well,
getting out of
listen,
here.
I wouldn't to a wild. In chat, we have RW Osos as a bear with fire, which is funny because his last name is Bear. That got me. You got me, Oso. That made me giggle.
Like, what kind of animal would you even call that? What is he like based off of? Is it supposed to be like a hedgehog almost?
A chinchilla?
Kind of a thing?
A big chinchilla. I don't know. I don't know what he's supposed to be.
I feel like some of them are based off animals and some of them just are.
Kind of anteater-ish. Like a half bear, half anteater.
Say more half anteater, half hedgehog. So you got kind of that spiny back, but the spines are fire.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Next question comes from Mason on Discord. Asks, Nintendo's earning report is a disaster and Nintendo tanks and becomes a third-party developer. This is hypothetical, by the way, because we just went over the financials and we know that they are not tanking. We didn't even talk about how this was a slower quarter for Nintendo, but 100% it's going to turn around and be a really big quarter next quarter just because of OLED sales and holiday. But anyways, the question. So to frame the question here, hypothetically speaking, if Nintendo's earning report is a disaster and Nintendo tanks and becomes a third-party developer to earn money, Nintendo has to sell off 2 major franchises, which should they be, and revamp 2 major franchises, and which 2 should they be? So, Micah, what?
Got one of each.
Okay, you got one of each. Well, you got to come up with 2. So give me. What do you think?
I mean, sell off
Mm-hmm.
F-Zero. Because they're not going to do anything with F-Zero. Let someone do something with it.
Okay. That's a good one.
What do you got?
I am going to say they sell off. So, first off, they are not going to sell off Zelda, Mario, Animal Crossing, Pokemon. Nope, not happening. All of those are
I'm
staying.
avoiding all the majors.
Those are safe. They are not being sold off. They're not going to pull a Marvel and sell Spider-Man to Sony. They're not gonna sell all these rights to all over the place, and then Disney will have to come clean it up later. You know, pull them all back together, kind of deal. No, they're going to sell off. I wanted to say F-Zero, but I'm going to change my answer because I don't want to. They're going to sell Star Fox.
How dare you?
So that's what's gonna happen. Andros will no longer be a Nintendo, and I'll be without a username. Like, what do I do now?
We'll just be silence.
So they will sell off that and Bayonetta. Those are my picks. Does Bayonetta count as a first party Nintendo?
I was like, I don't think Bayonetta counts as first party.
Okay, well
It's exclusive, but I don't think it's first party.
now I gotta like
platinum.
think about it because
I'm hoping you come up with a real good one I can steal.
Well, I thought Star Fox was a good one.
Well, you were wrong.
That's not fair.
I don't know where I want to put Donkey Kong. I don't know if I want that as a sell-off or a revamp.
It seems like that's what they're doing with it. They are going to sell. They're not gonna. No, I won't allow them to sell Metroid.
Oh
Nope.
yeah, nah.
Punch
I
Out.
can't even say that they're gonna revamp because they might just be revamping it with this new Prime. Who knows? It might be crazy.
Punch Out.
Oh, Punch Out.
Yeah.
That was one I was kind of leaning towards.
Yeah.
I feel like I should theoretically come up with something else.
Kirby.
Sell off Kirby?
Mm-hmm. They have to sell something
Wow.
major. They need that money, you know. And Kirby has. I mean, just to be completely honest here, Kirby hasn't been the most groundbreaking of a series since Air Ride. Okay.
Yeah, which is why they need to revamp it.
You are right. That maybe should go in the revamp category. But those are my picks. Are going to be Punch Out and. Gosh, I like it feels gross to sell off Star Fox.
It's because it is, and it's a terrible decision. You should feel bad.
Maybe Golden Sun.
How dare you?
Fire Emblem, huh?
I could see that.
You
I don't
see
care
that.
for
You don't,
Fire Emblem
you don't
that
care
much.
for Fire Emblem. Okay, well, see, that's the thing is like you just don't want to sell the ones. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Punch Out and Mother. Those are my picks.
Oh yeah, because someone else might actually localize it.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
thinking. Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. I've got the big brain.
Big
strats
brain.
here.
I forgot what I already said. Oh yeah, F-Zero, and I had one, and I forgot it while you were talking. But it was really good. Oh, at Donkey Kong.
Oh, you're gonna sell off.
They can sell off Donkey Kong.
And then they have to revamp 2 major franchises. I'm again gonna leave the big ones alone because I feel like that's a boring answer. Like, oh, they gotta revamp Mario. I mean, they do that every single
And
time they release a new Mario. It feels
plus,
like
a lot of those games they don't really need to revamp too much. They already kind of revamped
Zelda.
Breath of the Wild,
Yeah, Zelda doesn't need a
Zelda.
revamp.
I wanted to kind of say Kirby, but they're also doing like a
So
3D Kirby
maybe
now.
maybe I'm gonna take a little bit of a weird approach here, but they're going to revamp spin-offs. Okay, we're gonna get a complete revamp to Mario Party and Mario Kart.
Hmm. I'm thinking revamp Star Fox
Okay, yeah, that would be good.
and before the like Forgotten World or whatever of Kirby, I probably would have said that one, but they're kind of revamping that a little bit. I
Hmm.
might just go with Mario Strikers.
Okay,
Give us
so
another.
another spin-off. We just want.
Essentially, I just want another Mario
Here's the
Strikers.
thing. Here's the
game.
thing. Is I feel like there is so much potential lost for games like Mario Party and Mario Kart because Smash Bros. Okay, why is Smash Bros. The only one that crosses all of the Nintendo IPs? They're internal IPs. It's not like they're trying to do. I mean, they do crossovers with like Sonic. Wait, they do that all the time. They do Sonic at the Olympic Games. Okay, why can't we get more internal Nintendo crossover titles? Like Mario Kart's taking baby steps to it. They're like, look, here's Link. Here you can play as Link. You can play as the villager.
You kind of want to keep your games unique. If they make every game like crossover with all their other games, then it's kind of just eh. What franchise is this? Well, it's Nintendo.
Okay,
I feel like that's
I
partially what
only
makes
okay
Smash Brothers so great. It's because it's
because
not
it's
overdone.
just it. I agree, but I also think that that can extend to a couple more genres. We have fighting game, we should have racing game, and we should have party game. So that's why I'm saying Mario Party, Mario Kart is now Super Smash Party and Super Smash Kart. No,
I mean, at that
we're
point,
just
just
gonna
call it
call it
Smash Bros. Racing.
we're just gonna call it uh, Nintendo Racing. Okay, Nintendo Kart.
That's a boring name. I
Nintendo
don't
Kart
like that. It just it just doesn't have the same ring to it.
as Smash Bros. What do you call it then? I'm
People
trying
would
to think
call
of
it
a cool
Mario
name.
Kart, and you don't add that many others into it.
You just leave it. But a Mario Party game where where you have like different playable characters would be cool. I think that would be really fun.
I could see that one. I don't know why, but that seems like it would fit better than Mario Kart, adding
Okay, yeah,
everyone.
I'm fine with that. Mario Party. Mario Party gets the revamp. Uh, nice. That's our answers to those questions.
I guess maybe it just makes less sense because in Smash Bros, you're kind of all like trophies. And the master hand's like kid playing with you, sort of a thing. It's all like imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario Party
Like
is just like
party.
Mario chilling out with all his homies.
Yeah.
They'd have to come up with some sort of story reason for all these other characters to be joining all of a sudden.
Fair. Might get
Give me Mario Kart Subspace Emissary.
another one I might add to the revamp list, even though we only have two, is Pikmin. Like, let's get a big revamp and push for it, and
Pikmin
not
Bloom, kind
and
of a revamp.
and not the platformer that they had on the 3DS.
I don't even remember that.
Pikmin Go. Hey Pikmin.
That doesn't
That's what it was
sound
called.
right.
Hey Pikmin on the 3DS. It was a platformer. It's just like that's not what I mean by revamp. I don't want a downgrade. I want an upgrade to a like let's just go full RTS on it. Like let's make Warcraft, but it's Pikmin.
Pikmin, and you
And you have,
can
like,
fight
little
each other.
building management, and you send them out to. Oh man, I want that so bad from a Nintendo IP, even though it's like so PC of a game. Micah, we've had okay. This episode's gone longer than I initially thought it would. Even with the smaller community corner. So let's wrap up the show here. What do you say to that? And we
Say, okay.
pretty good. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who has left a 5-star review for our podcast on their podcast listening app of choice. Remember that you can also leave a 5-star review by hopping on to Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or Audible. All of those spots let you leave a 5-star review. It really helps us out. The show gets more discoverability, more people find us, and we just grow more Nintendo pals. I want to give a shout out and a thanks to everybody who listens. Even if you haven't gone out and done all the follows, haven't joined up our Discord, haven't left us a 5-star review. Every little bit you do counts, and just listening is super, super helpful. But if you want to go above and beyond, if you want to be a legend, you want to shout out on the show, definitely leave us a 5-star review. Thanks for doing that. And Micah, what else am I missing here? Can we give it a special shanks? Special thanks, no shanks. Special thanks to our good pal Roger Pollard for the music that we use throughout for the intro and outro of our podcast. If you would like to check out more of his stuff, links to that are in the description below. And I feel like I'm forgetting other housekeeping stuff here. Let us know how you like the new microphone setup, and definitely check out the video version of the podcast, which is available on Twitch, where you could drop us a follow. It's also available on YouTube. Links to all of that are in the description below, so you can just scroll on down on your podcast listening app and just click on the link to get to where you need to go. The link! Hiya! That's my impression of Link. Yeah.
Okay.
Micah,
You tried.
do you want to give us a closing remark to close out this fantastic episode of Nintendo Buzz Podcast?
What would you say if I said no?
I'd say that's good enough. Y'all have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to ya next time.